Who? Looks yummy.
Yeah.
The Touch of Love Ministry is the outreach arm of the Adventist Community Services Program, especially in the Ontario Conference. It is a name that was coined by a special group that was chosen to decide on the name, and it also has to do with touching the lives of those who are less fortunate in love. Now, this service is, first of all, to help those in need. Secondly, it is to fulfill our commission as professed Christians in a practical way. And then also, we seek to fulfill the aims and the objectives of the Community Services Department of the Adventist Church. Now, this is a service of love, compassion, and benevolence.
So it's usually a coordinated effort whereby you have the services being provided at the local arenas for the feeding stations, where volunteers from the different Adventist churches would come in and they would give assistance and support with not only the preparation of the food, but also its distribution.
We provide sit-down suppers, sack lunches, sack suppers, clothing, furniture, and various other support services to the homeless and to the disadvantaged. And these services are provided throughout the year, no matter what the weather.
On a weekly basis, sometimes Monday, Tuesday nights, we have food services where we offer a hot meal and we supply the needs and the food and the filling and the drink and the comfort to these individuals who come in.
Also, we provide spiritual, emotional, physical, and material assistance. Sit-down suppers are served between the hours of 6 and 8:30 p.m. at, for example, every Monday at the Metropolitan United Church in their fellowship hall at Queen and Bond in Toronto, and on Tuesdays at St. Luke's United Church in the gymnasium at Sherbourne and Carlton between the hours of 6 and 8:30. And we also have programs at the Parkdale United Church, the Scarborough Adventist Church, and we recently started a program in Square One Mall with the Mississauga Seventh Day Adventist Church.
In Toronto, we have a number of programs. We have thrift stores ran by some of our local churches up in South River in the northern part of our province. We have feeding stations around the city of Toronto where we go and assist individuals who are less fortunate and who needs to come in for a hot meal, someone to speak with, and coming in from shelter from the cold. And so we have a number of these from Ottawa all the way down to Windsor, from one extreme of the end of the province to the other, whereby we render these services to them.
This program is serviced by the Adventist volunteers, community service volunteers from the various Adventist churches. We work in cooperation with kindred organizations and appropriate government agencies to help relieve the discomfort of the less fortunate. There are those who can provide service that we might not be able to provide at certain times or even at all. And that's why we work together. We do not denigrate any other service for humanity that anybody performs. We're all in it together. We work together for the common good of our society. That is the objective of the Touch of Love Ministries, the Adventist Community Services, and the Adventist Church as a whole. We actually contribute greatly toward taking care of new immigrants. First of all, we refer them to appropriate agencies which help them. Secondly, we give them spiritual support. Thirdly, we provide food, clothing, furniture, whatever their needs are. We take care of them. We provide ESL programs and other various programs that immigrants need to have in order for them to be settled properly in society. They contact us. We, like myself and other ministers and other qualified counselors, will counsel with them, but they are also directed by us to the appropriate agencies that will be able to help them.
We do have these as an outreach community program available for individuals who are new to the country. We would inform them about the different social agencies that would be available for their needs, and we'd be able to assist them in this regard. Now, we help, of course, in the area of Japanese and Chinese and all these other language groups that come in. But generally, the ESL is something that we realize is a basic need for when you come to a new country. You know, you need to be able to speak the language. So we also provide any kind of shelter perhaps that they would need, and find these kinds of services linked with the social services that they may be able to benefit from.
416-782-3449. That's the number at our Touch of Love Ministries office. We do have a web page, and you can get to us through the Ontario Conference web page. We have a site there.
They can always go to our website at www.adra.ca, which is our national headquarters for ADRA in Canada.
We have the members of the church who make their contribution. As a matter of fact, the members of the church make the greater part of the contribution simply because we believe that this is a part of our religion. We have friends who give financial donations. We have corporate agencies like Costco and various other agencies that supply us with foodstuff. ADRA also provides us with a certain amount of financial assistance also in order that we be able to implement this program.
It's a community effort whereby we are the recipients, or like the conduits, from those who give from these large service-oriented centers to the homeless, and we then become the conduit where they come in and pick up and get the supply that they require for their daily needs. We have a Touch of Love truck that goes, and Elder Beresford and others would go to these large areas like Costco's, their warehouses, pick up whatever kind of foods that they're donating, and we would prepare these foods, and at these different churches and different groups, we would supply them with the food on a Monday night or Tuesday night, or sometimes you even have sandwich making, that they would come in and offer sandwiches and food like that in smaller packages for those who would need.
Our objective is not to make anyone Adventist. That is a decision that they have to make as individuals.
It's not just enough to look after the salvific and spiritual needs of the people, but it's difficult to tell someone about religion when they're hungry.
Each of us has to give an individual account of our souls to God. And so the choices that we make is up to us and have to do with our relationship with God.
Your preaching will not be effective if you're just preaching and someone there is in need of clothing and shelter and you do nothing about that. And so some of the basic needs must be provided basically for the community and not really for ourselves. When individuals are impoverished or in need of food or shelter or assistance through clothing or through any kind of natural disasters, we're there to assist them on the local level. On a more international level, our departments called ADRA, Adventist Development Relief Organization. We assist in any kind of natural disasters that may occur around the world. Locally, we do this feeding program through community services. But the parent body, the overarching larger organization, is the Adventist Development Relief Agency. So I think, it's something like salvation is one hungry man telling another hungry man where to find food. So once they know that there's a location available, then, they'll tell their friends. And the word right now gets around basically by that method.
When you would like to make a contribution, if it's a check, you make the check out to the Ontario Conference of Seventh Day Adventists, and you indicate in the memo section for Touch of Love Ministries. In return, if you so desire, you may receive a tax deduction receipt so that you will be able to make your appropriate claim at the time of taxing at the end of the year. Jesus is coming soon. Prepare to meet him, and if you need any help at all, we will be very happy to provide that help, assistance, and encouragement.